What are these cars called again? Kawaii cars? Destiny? Something like that, bro. Yandere cars? Bro, an ugly car, bro. Get this out my face, bro. This has to be the least intimidating fighter jet I've ever seen in my entire life. The only thing a Miata should ever be fighting for is power. All the thousands of color combinations, and you really chose Bruce Banner, my guy? He managed to make the ugliest generation Mustang tolerable to look at. And 2, Mustang, wipe that stupid smirk off your face. What are you smiling so hard for? You're not getting sold anytime soon. Not for 75 grand, you're not. And what do we got here? Freaking Bumblebee's handicapped cousin, Stumbletree? Is that the curb rash? My sir, my brother in Christ, that's curb rash? My nigga, that's fender rash, bro. That's fender bend. Frickus, you mean it. Would you leave your McDonald's cup in here to assert dominance? Your hood fits as well as your dad fits in his favorite shirt from 20 years ago. What is this trophy for? Is it for the best Guy Fieri impression? Because I know for a fact it ain't for this car. This car, I'm not gonna lie, they got the meats and we ain't talking about Arby's. Look at this handlebar mustache it's got going on. What, do you want to be Mario? Is this supposed to be the dang plumber mobile? It's a me face neck. What in the most potent crack is this guy on? If this throat goat thinks anyone in their right mind would pay that much for a V6 Mustang, he's gay! Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him. Frick keying this car. I want to key your motor, bro. Change the E and the M in M, and that's how I feel looking at this right now. Professionally molded sides. I don't give a frick who it was molded by. You mean to tell me you took your car to a professional just so they could ruin it? You actually paid somebody to do this? Off rip, the most intimidating part of your car is the tint. Rebuilt car, you rebuilt the car just to turn it into garbage. Bucket seats, okay. Is it broken? A broken bucket seat. Who is this gonna support? What is this gonna freaking support? A whoopee cushion? If you're interested in this beauty, violently ugly, bro, I'm on that neck. Take a second to look at this man's front bumper. You see how he put the chicken wire fence in the middle of the bumper right there? Was that supposed to look like an intercooler, bro? You think you're slick? You thought you were smooth, bro? That was about as slick as burnt toast. Does that LS next to Cobalt stand for lots of suck? Look, don't touch. I don't want to touch this. Only thing it should get touched by is a flamethrower. Bro, and what is that in your trunk? A Vendetta mask, gloves, a Pennywise mask, and a tarp? Yeah, that's not concerning at all. I wonder how many people lied to this guy about how cool this rap is, because reality check, brother, it's not cool. And what does this 503 stand for? Your credit score? The only thing that could make this car better is 1, lower that price a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who got $127K to spend on this, but listen, if you really got it like that, I say go for it. And 2, if I had the keys in my hand, that would make this car a 10 out of 10, but honestly, that's not the case, so I can only really give it an 8.5. I'm sorry. I know I wear glasses, but goodness gracious, glory be, brother, I'm not that blind. Ain't no way you can honestly look at this heap and tell me it is great looking. I could understand what you were saying if I was 1,000 feet away and had my eyes gouged out. It's a 6-speed. None of that 10-speed bull crap. I don't give a frick. Oh, it shifts faster. Oh, it does this better. Ooh, mouth pergilian. I'm not sure if I really want to know, but who rubbed feces on your rear view mirror? There's no need to show us your speedometer. What are you showing us, how slow it is? Look at this man's rear windshield. Who is that? What's that guy's name? Skullington? Flipping Grimbone? I forgot his name. Oh, there we go. Freaking Skeletor, bro. You got Skeletor on your rear windshield with these clip art flames. That shift knob kind of looks like shifting isn't the only thing it's used for. I might be willing to do something a little silly to get my hands on this car. I feel genuine sympathy for the poor fool who had to drive this around. Look at the contrast between the butt part of both seats. Like they farted the quality away. You paid $12,000 for these stupid fender flares, and you think that I give a frick? You think that's gonna make me want to spend more money on your dumb car? Because newsflash, ready? It doesn't. I don't give a frick. I don't care. Look at this body kit. It isn't just aggressive. It's aggressively ugly too. Does this thing even have a crumple zone? I'm pretty sure this whole thing counts as a crumple zone. It being automatic, that's not even the worst part. The rest of this car is the worst part. Runs well and was serviced good. No, you need service. You need church service. service so a pastor can expel whatever the frick would possess you to build a car that looks like this. Does that say spade? Spade? Yeah, you'd have to be spade to drive around in this. Fitment, look at the game. Doo-doo fitment, bro. Get out my face. What does that say on the back? JDM? JDM, you think they'd drive this garbage in Japan? Probably not. You'd be forced to commit seppuku. A lot of lightning. Lightning where? The lightning it should get struck by? Low life gang. Who is responsible for making these windshield banners? If that isn't the dumbest phrase I've ever heard in my life, driving this car makes you look like a lowlife. Why is that in the description? If it doesn't make 400 horsepower, don't tell me it's 400 horsepower. So how much horsepower does it really have? It has all this grande turbo and grande this, grande that, but it doesn't have grande power, evidently. The frick is this, bro? Like, come on, sir. What is this Tigger camo, bro? Does it look like we live in Pooh and Friends? You had me for a second with this Mitsubishi badge, because I was about to be on that neck. But then I read the description, and it has a Mitsubishi engine. So I'm still on that neck. The car looks like a freaking hack job. You expect me to trust this ladder? Look at it, bro. The door might fall off if I step on this thing. I don't mean to come off as a conspiracy theorist, but why doesn't he show the wheel? Like, what, are you gonna charge me another $1,200 for it? Simply because it was in a 240, bro? You think I give a frick about the color of your quicker-leaf? Your taillights are clear, but obviously your head wasn't when you were choosing these wheels. This thing is probably slower than a cow with 2 missing legs. Dude had the nerve to have before and after pictures like he actually made improvements to this. Give me the one on the bottom. I don't want this. What is that? Whose ashy knees did this to your front bumper? Who let Mr. Brown near this man's Toyota? And look at this. Minor other repairs. Like what? The entire car? It just looks like it smells like goose sweat and venison on the inside. What is the last thing you'd want to hear when you're trying to buy an RX-7? I'll tell you what I think. 206,000 miles on the body, and the engine miles are unknown? Are you kidding me? Are you trying to make me go bankrupt? Featured in Super Street magazine, pretty much a time capsule of how bad people's tastes were in the early 2000s. Premium edition with an LSD? You really thought you needed a limited slip with a car that probably can't even slip? With the 15 horsepower that these cars produce, you're not slipping anywhere. Why is there a Mitsubishi logo on your rear view mirror but not on your trunk? Make it make sense. This is like the Batmobile if Bruce Wayne made $15 an hour. Your license plate says professor. You're the professor of what? Unreliability? Repair shop visits? Maintenance costs maybe? And don't come at me with the automatic is faster, automatic is better. This is from 03. Does this seem like it's dual clutch to you? Does this look like a 10-speed to you? It's not, so suck me. We don't do soft tops, bro. Does it look like I'm out here giving people manis and petties? What does that say? Just testing the waters? Bro, throw this car in the water. Sink it. Like, look at all this work it needs done. And that bird throat has the nerve to want $2,700.
I beg your pardon?
3 pedals are for the big boys. 2 pedals are for hairdressers. And if you drive something like this, chances are you ain't dressing no hair. Please tell me that that's just the pedal cover on the floor. Could you imagine you're driving, doing the speed limit of course, and your brake pedal just falls completely off? It comes loose. Now you're doing 165 kilometers per hour, of course, and you can't stop. You can't hit the brakes, and you don't have airbags. That is a closed casket waiting to happen. Where's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 R? You got a Prindle, bro? It's got a Tomei Arm 7960, which is around, I don't know, like 380, 400-ish imaginary horsepower this car makes, being that it doesn't drive. What are you showing me your key for? You must really be pushing this platinum edition thing. But guess what? Nobody cares. You better be showing me this key because it comes with that CVS pharmacy membership. I've seen 60-year-old corpses in better shape.